Start streaming. Just linked in. And I'll be hot on mic now. In a minute. Hey, this is John and Adam. We're out here with the Flying Peacock trying to show you some of the damage that we have here. We are on Acre Drive, and that's over in the Bainbridge area. Not far from came through this area. You can just see all these trees that are down. Many of these homes, take a look right here at this house as we put in the center there. There was a family that was inside when the storm hit. They fortunately are okay. Their house though did sustain some serious damage. I'm going to bring you back here. This is really what we're seeing here. It's just trees down directly on top of homes. A lot of these homeowners, the insurance adjusters were out here this morning. They have contractors that are out here trying to remove the trees. Just getting back in this area, we had to have one of the residents give us sort of the back way to get through here, just to be able to show the damage and be able to access these areas. But just looking here, this house here, there was a tree that actually went through the back and into the front of the house. That was just there and caused a lot of damage. The woman we were just speaking with has family out in California, and she was saying that she an older woman who has a landline, and that's her only means of communication. We were helping her get in touch with her family out in California just to let them know that she's okay. But those are the concerns. People trying to see, neighbors checking on neighbors, people walking through, just seeing the absolute massive amount of damage that was caused to some of these homes. Once again, we are giving you a view here with the Flying Peacock of a lot of the different damage. You can see all the trees that are down right here as we go through. There's just been construction crew, and there was actually, just to get into this area a little bit earlier, it was difficult to get back here because there were so many tree services that were lining the roads trying to get through. You just see a lot of heavy machinery trying to move trees. This house here has some damage on the roof. You can see that there. The crews, when we first got here, were up there patching up that roof. But once again, just you can see all the crews that are out here that are working to try and get a lot of these homes just accessible. Take a look here. You'll see these trees just snapped off right in the middle. Just absolutely right in the middle. And some of the stuff we were showing you earlier today when we were out over in Twinsburg, it's the same story here. You'll go down one street, not see much damage, go down another street, and just absolutely trees all over. Earlier today on this road, it was inaccessible. They just had so many trees that were down, and they've been making great work as the day goes on, trying to get in here, trying to just get cleaned up. The first priority was to clear the roads, make sure that crews could get through here. We also saw a number of power crews out. We saw down power lines. It's always a good reminder to let everybody know that if you see those lines that are down, even with the power off, you want to make sure that you're avoiding those power lines, not going anywhere near there. We saw people that were walking around them, others that were trying to drive over them. It's never a good idea. You want to just try and avoid those areas. We've also run into a lot of the areas here where as you're coming through, it's power crews all over trying to get everything done, everything cleaned up. Let's just look in here. You'll see this home right here, though, and you can see there was a father and son we were talking to that were over here earlier, and you can just see that tree right there just smashed right down. They had said that this is their garage where the tree's on top, and that actually the part of their garage door, which is extended out and showing just the damage, just snapped right in half as it came through there. Some of these homes that don't look like they have damage actually have a decent amount of roof damage. We're on the drone trying to give us a view here. A lot of times when we go into areas, we're just trying to be safe, be in these areas, and give you these different vantage points. One of the tree service trucks coming by us, but you can just see here the trees just came right down. Talking to the people that live here, they said, it was just like many of you had the storm last night and how it came through. There was just able to, as the storms came through, all this damage happened right in that short period of time. I was mentioning some of the homes that look like they might not have as much of the damage. As you look through, you'll be able to see that they do have roof damage, shingle damage. We passed a church that's not far from here. That also had some extensive roof damage. Once again, for those of you that are just tuning in now, we're not far from Kenston High School. One of the areas that's out here, it's a road, Wood Acre Trail, that you're seeing a lot of this damage that occurred. Just driving back here was difficult to drive, and just to be able to get in here and be able to see all this damage that was going on. Go ahead here. I'm going to show you some of the trees, just to see the point of view here. I'll show you down in here and just see everything, just these trees just absolutely snapped. Let me just see here. Let me get that off. All right. But here, just a lot of the roads, this is one of the things that we're seeing. I'm going to spin this around. You might see us for a second come through. And here you go, just seeing how the roads here are just littered with all these trees. One of the things we're seeing too is there's power boxes that are entangled in here, mailboxes just thrown around. Earlier today we were over in Twinsburg at one of the cemeteries, assessing the damage that was out there. And at the cemetery they actually had double pane windows, and the outer pane had just been sucked right out with broken glass all over. And a number of downed trees that are there. Some mailboxes that are just thrown about right in here next to the power box right there. We're going to give you a little bit, take you up here and give you a little bit more of this bird's eye view as we come through here. And that's what the homeowner said. They just, there's Bing crews here. They're getting the help they need. These homes were without power for quite some time. They said the power is back on. Some of the internet service, they said, remains out. Phone lines are down. Power's come on and off several times, but right now it's up and seems to be stable. You can see all those trees down on the road over there. Bring you over here on the road and just show you. These are as they work through here and just work to clear the road and try to get in there. I'm going to turn it around here now one more time. Bring this back here, and you can just see you can just see the trees there. Out by the road is where they've come through and they've cleared it. The National Weather Service is spending the day trying to assess a lot of this damage to see exactly what they have. They're the ones that will make the determination if this is a straight line wind event, a tornado event, tornadic event as they go through. But many of you know it doesn't really matter how it's classified, just the extent of damage that these homes here have undergone is just incredible. I was saying earlier, one of the people that we came across, it was just she had no communication with her family, and we were able to get her cell phone. She was able to check in with her kids and let them know she's okay. But anybody who was up here, they were basically stuck on this road with no accessibility to get out. They were were fortunate that, while the homes sustained some major damage, you can see here it hit their garage, and they were inside the main part of the house at that point, and everyone in that home was safe. There was a father and son that was outside this morning trying to just assess if they could get in to get anything. Some of these homes they've tried to restrict, who's in, who's out of these areas. They've had, we saw township vehicles up here, we saw city vehicles, as they're just trying to assess, exactly what they have. You can see here some more of the trees that are down. But as you go through, you see there, and then there's another area where the trees are all up. But it's a heavily wooded area anyways, but still just absolutely just ripped apart, these trees. And you can see here this damage just on this home here. There's probably about 3 or 4 homes on this street that are damaged to this extent. I would say that this, of all the areas that we've traveled to today, this is one of the harder hit areas, just with the absolute amount of damage that we're seeing, especially property damage. We see a lot of roads where the trees are down, and they didn't hit anything, fortunately, in those areas. But here it's just, the amount of damage that these homes have. But then again, this is the same story that you hear from a lot of people, is neighbors helping neighbors. Everyone was out here as soon as they could get out and start cleaning up. Everyone here says that this is what they're going to do. They're going to get them in here and clean this up. But that's your view from out here on Acre Trail. We're going to be bringing the drone in. We'll have a lot more tonight on Channel 3 News at 6, as well as on all of our digital platforms. No. You did.